Alright, hey guys, CanadienSaintNk. I'm back again with a solo Horde weekend. Now, this time we're going in for attempt number 5, tentatively I believe, on the weekly Horde challenge. Now, before I was very adamant about not using defenders, and this time I'm just going to say screw it. Mostly because current day Fortnite has a little bit of an issue with building and switching to your weapons and switching back to building and firing off abilities, and even as far as lagging so much where your abilities don't come off cooldown after the duration for them. So I'm going to use defenders this time to make up for that amount of time lost. Normally if you use a defender, in theory, it's like you're having, 1.5 people out there if you include yourself. Um, the AI isn't fantastic. Obviously, they shoot propanes. They walk into your tunnels. They blow them up. They have a very
Select a
limited
difficulty
walking
level for your
range. They
team.
can't build. They can't
The
repair.
horde awaits.
They're very simple AIs, so where you place them is very key, and they're a cool aspect. They're pretty much hover turrets, but ones that consume resources. But without further ado, I think we'll get this started. The first time I did this, I had a really good plan for it, and it worked out reasonably well. I went to wave 7. I didn't really get to use the plan because on the 3rd wave, I believe, I got exploding death burst. So I immediately scrapped the plan that I wanted to because it used structures to path the enemy properly, and obviously if they're exploding on those structures, then I can't do it. My theory was that I would create little walking paths. So I'd put this in front, obviously, so I could walk up it, and then I'd put something in the behind it. So then I'd create almost like this little bit of a pyramid that they walk over, and I just create a ledge along. So let's say, the easiest one to point out is that straight flat land over there. They come up it, they walk up, and then they walk down, and then they walk up again, and because the ninja slash goes 2 squares, so many enemies can get caught up on the angle of the wall of the height. So by the time that I actually ninja slash and go across these 2 squares of the pyramid, I'm actually hitting more zombies than I was before. And in theory, that's a wonderful strategy to use. It's just they came out with exploding death bursts, propanes, and the whole shebang. And so this has just turned into a whole bunch of a bullet sponge, which isn't really good to be soloed. It's not easy to be soloed. Exploding Death Burst is obviously really bad for ability damage heroes unless you're just tossing grenades with after effect. But even then, you're not killing about 70% of the horde. You could also do Shuriken Master to a degree. It's just I often send my Shuriken Masters on expeditions, so it just doesn't work out that well. Now, as far as heroes go, in my squad, I have the obligatory 1 Shuriken Master Lamurai as my support slot, and then tactical I have the Cloak Star. I just like the shotgun effect of his Fan of Stars, where you just throw them all simultaneously. Does the same damage as the regular stars, but it just allows me to increase my DPS as I launch all my stars out at once instead of over 2 seconds per se, give or take half a second. Now, without further ado, we are going to fire this off, and hopefully this time will be a little bit better. Something I'm going to do right off the bat here is craft a healing pad. I'm going to try and craft a healing pad wherever I go. Obviously, this lag is pretty bad. I can barely get through my inventory right now.
Double jump. Upward.
As far as this side goes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making this into a pyramid. Simply to increase the line of sight for my defenders. I definitely have time for it, so I'm not too worried about that. I can extend this out too.
Wave incoming. 1 minute.
Not too worried about the wave on the other amplifier, simply because it's right here. Obviously, that last one didn't take me long to set up. Now, I don't really have an abundance of resources either, so it's what it is. Oh, they're coming from that side. Also fat fingering it here, so it's bear with me.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Craft my weapons.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Ready for action.
Wave
I'd
start.
like to unload some buckshot.
Let's see.
Husk!
I don't want to start this one nice and early.
Away. Here you go.
Yay. Oh, right, because I'm using the green. I was using my legendary sword here.
Let it. Protect the objective.
I'm under attack!
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
Dangerous
Smasher
secondhand
spotted.
smoke. Wish I could.
Ah, I
Trouble at
forgot
our fort.
to.
Smasher. Spinning dick.
Wow, this one has started off messy, and it's probably because I took my time to build the other one.
Upward.
It's alright. It's not about how you start sometimes, but how you finish.
Ow. No one wants you here, Smasher. Ha!
Did I really use both my turrets already?
They've got me surrounded.
Sorry.
Smasher spotted!
Smash beast on the loose. Man.
Smasher!
So you just had to get that last smash in. This one might be relatively easier. I don't need two shotguns because I only have one shotgun defender. I could use
Wave
a shotgun
incoming.
myself,
1
actually.
minute.
But gonna wait, see if I can't get
For the fort!
what are slowing spikes work?
Wave
I mean,
incoming.
healing pads
30
are just
seconds.
kind of like bonus traps anyways, so I'm just curious.
Brutal. I like it. Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Spend some resources, upgrading things.
Wave start.
Husk spotted!
Stay in the fight.
Help me
Not
out!
today, chums.
Why are you
Serious
just
ways, team.
they're coming for you, but I want to see how you react. Okay, so very terribly. I was hoping that with the helium shotgun, the AI would would pass more so that they could fire through the enemies, but this guy's just plain old retarded.
Little help here.
I'm gonna move him back a little bit. Gonna revive him.
You're the best.
Take care of some bees. And then, obviously this has become a lot easier. If you watched my previous ones, you know I had a little bit of trouble containing the wave, if you will. Oh, that defender pad's gonna be annoying when I want to reload. We got a defender to just kind of give me a little bit more bonus seconds here. Is oh yeah, that defender pad's gonna bother me. Well, there's a big old waste of 60 resources or so. I can reload at least. You go, defender. I will protect you. That's good. At least AI knew to stay behind the shadow bomb, if you will. My ninja slashes are kind of pedestrian right now. I am kind of ninja slashing pretty far back from the wave, as opposed to what I usually do, which is inside the wave itself. I'll admit I'm a little bit flustered with this game mode. I've failed a few times, and I'm not used to failing on Fortnite Horde mode, so I'll give them a little bit of credit in creating a challenging quote-unquote mode. But for the most part, this is just a test of bullets. And eventually they'll throw some purple lobbers at me, which is also equally annoying.
Wave incoming. 1 minute.
I still don't know if ball launchers work. What a shot. I didn't really get to see if my floor spikes worked, but I should get to see that
Wave
here.
incoming. 30 seconds. Upward. Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Oh, toots.
Wave start.
Oh, that's right. Can't do it because the thing is there. I don't want to place them that close. Wow, that was an effort, guys. That was.
Our force under attack? Check out my details!
Swimming pools, eh? I forgot to put those up.
Flinger.
That'll be troublesome.
Away.
Flinger spotted.
Smoke bomb.
Obviously with defenders, this is now becoming exponentially easier. I could probably hazard to put out some
Flinger!
rockets if I truly wanted to make this super easy. But I also want to conserve resources to a degree.
They've got me surrounded. Flinger spotted!
Propanes are nice because they actually take out most of the wave themselves. I could use these as improvised explosive devices and kind of detonate the wave as they come along here. I should just killed that one at the top of the hill instead.
Down.
Our fort's in danger.
Took a little bit of damage at the start there. Seemed to have ironed it by the end.
Double jump.
Oh yeah, going through all my weapons. Look at this go.
Wave incoming.
I mean, the favorite
30
system is
seconds.
nice, but it would also be nice to have a junk system where we could, you know, not have things show up in our crafting menu if we don't want to.
Can't. Yes.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Stand and fight.
Wave start.
Ready for action. For the fort. Husks spotted.
The only problem is I also got to be careful of their ammo consumption. I don't want them to consume too much ammo. So in that way, I might only use 2 defenders in a wave. Especially for these kill progress ones, they'll probably end up killing more than I do. So I want to be careful of their. Man, that Obliterator is just pushing around the Smasher. That's the nice thing about the Obliterator. I kind of wish I got a second one during the birthday event. I don't really want to take one beyond Malachite until the new zone drops.
Let's build.
Smasher.
Got it. Tiny footed wall puncher.
Hey, our fort's getting beat up.
Just because the Malachite one's more than enough to take out buildings, and if I do it in another one, I'm going to be using it so often that I really don't want to take an Obsidian. I mean, it would do the same thing as Malachite, higher level structures and whatnot, but at the same time, it would... Yeah, see, this basic of the abilities is much better on this one compared to without defenders, for obvious reasons. Technically now, I'm probably pushing the combat power of about 3 people entirely here, but probably a little bit more efficiently because these guys don't miss shots as opposed to regular players. So that's why there's probably about 3 of us, but their AI is just so simple. You know, they can't repair anything. They can't.
Smasher spotted.
You serious?
You guys are all just kind of ganged up.
Oh, meat bus is here.
The impact is more than good enough on the Obliterator to
Smasher.
Spinning death. No.
we don't have to worry about structures, smashers. They'll both get taken out and or stunned.
Serious waves, team.
Deal as much damage to the smasher as possible.
Smasher spotted.
Revert back to the funnel. Again, you could find this this build. Granted, this is a very simplified version of it, but you could find this
Man, that hurt.
on my YouTube channel. It's an advanced horde based build. Sorry guys, I am super good at multitasking, as you could tell. Are they just coming from the same directions? I believe they are. So what I'm going to do here is create a bit of a... Oh shoot.
Upward.
I should have done that close for my defenders. Got plenty of materials.
Wave incoming.
A bit of a
30
lobber
seconds.
shield. This is probably one of the most ridiculous lobber shields I've ever made, I'll be honest with you.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds. Wave start.
It's a taker wave. It's a time taker wave. On auto run here. Craft another super shredder for damage. Hide underneath my stairs before the takers swoop down. I'm gonna go craft some like defender pads. I'm gonna help out with the wave. I totally wasted that bomb.
Where to go?
Help is low. They've got me surrounded.
This is also why I used my
Enemies down.
I think I know that one.
gig, my healing burst right at the start. Have the most time to come back up and also put me at full health. Granted, I do still wish I had used it closer to my guys.
Take her!
Ow.
Spinning deck.
Really messed up on those
Getting reports that your
ninja
fort has
stars.
uninvited guests. Go 86 them.
As the ninja, you definitely want to weave in and out of enemies a lot. It is a talent, not to be underestimated.
You serious?
It's up there. And, this is the second wave it's gonna face, so I don't really need to upgrade any of this.
Taker spotted.
Gotta avoid some dive bombers. Surprised my defenders could take a hit from them, to be honest with you, but
Watch your eyes.
again, good use of cover.
Taker.
I don't know why these guys are all just standing still. I guess there's so many of them that they have to aggro one at a time or something. Or it's just lagging so much that they're not moving. This was Fortnite's solution to the frame rate loss so that we don't have to deal with invisible enemies, which I'm not complaining about, granted. I mean, I'm complaining a little bit because it's not a complete solution, but it is a solution for sure where the enemies... Oh, that one's dive bombing. I'm going to get out of the way. It is a solution. They'll just stand still, and then they'll go through a rush dive or charge if they're a smasher once they unfreeze from where they stand, instead of an invisible charge. Instead, they'll just stand there and come at you eventually. But I don't know if takers have a different proccing AI, because
Hang on to your
it's
sword.
pretty rare you get a lot of takers.
Stars out.
These time waves are definitely big wasters of ammo. Got 233.
They got me.
2.
Taker.
I don't really care if you guys die, because I'm
Stand
just
by
going to
for an
revive you.
important weather
Everyone
alert.
else.
Man, that hurts.
Okay, well, looks like doing it that way.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
A little help here.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
I'm down. Help.
Super Shredder.
Got me.
Of course, shot.
Wave start.
A little help here. That was a close one. Man, that hurts.
Kill progress wave. I wouldn't be surprised if they threw death burst at me at this wave, to be honest with you. Oh.
Be brave, little fort.
Oh, they threw death burst, propanes, and lavers at me. Oh my goodness. Gotta be careful how I build this lava shield because I do not want them walking over it. I don't want them to accidentally destroy it with propanes.
Enemy down. Ow.
Definitely don't want them coming over this way. Why did she spawn in dead? I don't think he spawned in dead.
All right, back in action.
I mean, his ranges are really long. I don't know if we'll be able to hit these guys.
I'm on my last clip.
Also, I'm pretty sure exploding death burst on this is now detonating the propanes, which is a little bit of a new factor here. Ooh. It's rough. At least I put my defenders, but I could have put them at the top of that hill and they probably would have absolutely wrecked things, but at the same time...
I'm on my last clip. Awaiting ammo resupply. I'm under attack.
Oh, I'll give it all to Buddy.
I'll call you husks. Wish I could.
Fort's taken on husks.
Check out my sword! Ha! 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 Catch!
Oh, Buddy. There's a knife on the edge there.
You serious?
Yeah, exploding death burst is definitely detonating propane tanks. That is new and undiscovered. Ramifications, pretty big on that one. Trap tunnels are going to be...
Enemy down.
I guess I could use my resources to craft more ammo because I'm not spending them on traps.
No. Double jump!
I'll create a couple more healing pads. Sword. Get there.
Delay and play!
Need help.
What are you guys
That
find?
hurt. You're the best.
Ha!
They are attacking.
Ha!
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Let's get going. Stand and fight. Ready for action.
Okay.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
So second wave from this side. This is wave 7 of 8. This is where I failed last time.
Wave start.
Granted, not on this side, I don't think, but it was still a failure. You guys tell I'm not salty about it? It was a failure. I hear lavas.
The fort is falling.
Here come the geeks.
Okay, exploding death burst.
Double jump!
They've got me surrounded.
Wish I could.
Enemy down.
Sorry.
Hey, help me out.
Didn't hurt.
I wanted to save my turrets for okay, got all of these there. Oh, yellow lobbers though. Sometimes the best route is not the quickest route. Make sure that these don't fall. Get rid of my shield again. Come back and heal back up.
Watch your eyes.
Ah, shoot. Let me jump into these.
I'm down. Help!
That doesn't look like I'll be able to.
Thanks for the save. I'm under attack!
What's Buddy doing over here? I wanted to see about making more obliterators
Check out my sword.
because they'll fire through this little hill here.
Hey, we just built that.
Up here!
Oops, Buddy.
Stand and fight! Spotted! Ah! They got me! Ah! Thank you. Enemy down! They've got me surrounded. Boom!
And the obliterator honestly is more than enough to kill these zombies at an 82 level. That's also why I don't take anything to 130. It's not sustainable. Don't need to use it. Don't do it.
They got me!
Oh, that helium shotgun guy is really, really good.
Back in action. A little help here!
Of course, Epic might say something like, well, it's because of the range of the weapon. Well, it doesn't really matter, Epic.
The dangers of secondhand smoke.
I'm down. A little help here!
Can't even get to him. He's so covered in goop.
Ow! Man, that
Get
hurt!
to that guy there.
You're the best. Hey, help me out!
Yeah, this would have been very difficult without,
I'm under attack!
everybody suicide run.
A little help here! I'm down. Help!
I probably should have suicide run that. Probably should have played it nice and conservative and just put my turret out, but I'm really trying not to spend my turrets.
A little help here! That hurts. They got me! You're the best.
Don't die, idiot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to.
They've got me surrounded. I'm down. Help!
That's too bad.
A little help here!
Maybe I should have placed my defenders a little bit further back. I need to get rid of some of these
Man,
girls.
that hurts. Ow! I'm down. Help!
Shoot it, stab it, or fix it. We got trouble.
A little help here! Thanks for the save.
Thank you. They're walking our way. Wish I
Go,
could.
and that way I can cause them to
Let's get out of here.
beat against that. Much more restrained fashion.
Double jump.
Stand by for an important
Oh,
weather
no
alert.
turrets for last wave. Not looking forward to this. Immune to traps, harvesting to stable. Nothing new. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Okay, here.
Wave incoming. 30 seconds.
Shots
For the
fired
fort!
for him.
You have a sniper rifle?
Got plenty. Defenders.
Ready for action.
He's got quite a bit.
Wave incoming. 10 seconds.
Get them to funnel up this way without charging at the base,
Wave
ideally.
surge.
Anchor it to multiple spots. Put away.
Run away!
I think you guys might have gone a little bit crazy with the smasher. Oh my god.
We're taking
What
damage,
is
guys.
this? I'm gonna waste all my stamina.
Dragon slash!
Temporary reprieve.
Here you go.
Smashers.
Come here, Baldy.
Let's get out of here.
Tiny-footed wall puncher!
Oh my god.
Seriously?
This is ridiculous.
Check out my sword!
I mean, at least they don't have exploding death burst on, but my god.
Dragon slash!
I'll let these smashers do their thing, because obviously they don't care about me.
Skull patrol!
Smasher spotted.
Hack and slash! Smash him!
Man, that hurts.
Look out. Force under attack.
Smash beast on the loose! Here you go. Serious. Dangers of secondhand smoke.
Smasher spotted.
Wish I could. And another.
That turret really came up in the nick of time, if you will. CanadienSaintNk of time.
Protect the objective!
My goodness, though, the amount of shenanigans that is going on with these smashers.
Belay and flip!
Whoa, that's a lot of zombies. Turret might have been still sticking out.
No. Who's killing that smasher?
Husks spotted. Smasher spotted.
Run away!
They've got us surrounded.
Watch your eyes. Smoke it.
You shall not pass. Holy crap, guys. Well, Epic certainly came out with a good mode this time. Very challenging. I'll give them that. I wouldn't say it's challenging to a solo degree. Like the traps, you could solo because you could put traps out, and that definitely boosts your combat power exponentially, especially if you're funneling them and using your traps efficiently. But this was challenging more on a team aspect, and I think if I had 2 or 3 other teammates, it probably would have been a lot easier for obvious reasons. But with the defenders, it was good enough to solo, but it wasn't easy by any stretch, as we all saw in that final smasher extravaganza. That was only challenge 1. I couldn't even imagine doing like challenge 5 or something. That'd be a little bit ridiculous, don't you think? God, I absolutely got killed on that final wave. Oh my god. I don't think anything else took probably over 60%. But I don't think anything else got below 60%. Lots of materials. Redline Ramirez. I don't even know what she does. Isn't she supposed to be a shotgun specialist? Oh, she's a Raider reskin. Okay. Shotgun damage. Shotgun critical hit damage. Kneecapper. That's cool. It's nice to have another Raider reskin. To be honest with you, I think a lot of people wanted another female Raider. Most because you get a... That's pretty cool though. I'm not going to complain about that.